the question is, when did you know it was time for you to leave? And because from what you said, you loved your job, you were making impact, you saw that, okay, yes, you were contributing to people, not only in the in government sectors, but individually. So what brought about that decision to change?
That what I started at. There was really no time that I saw it was time to go, because I got engulfed in changing the space of past sector where I work, and within the limit of my scope of work, we did a lot by bringing a lot of changes. But the time is 2 times a civil servant have to check out. One, you are dissatisfied and you feel you could do something better for yourself, or
when you have finished your year.
But for me, I told you at the first opportunity, but I jettisoned. And the second opportunity will have been 2016, but in 2013, the course changed when I was appointed Chief Executive Officer of NEMSA.
Okay.
And then in the Pioneer CIF, Chief Executive Inspector of the Federation.
Wow.
And so I had to wait until my tenure
finished.
And the tenure came to an end in 2021. That was now became the time that actually I felt it was time to actually do something else.
Wow. So now, when you finally made that move, how was the transition? Was it harder, or was it easier than you expected? How was it transitioning from public servant to an entrepreneur?
Yeah, they were both easy, difficult. But the easy aspect of it was that I came out of service in 2021. I had good friends, and who are actually captains of industry, who actually have been in the industry, were entrepreneurs for a long time. And so when I show my fear, I had to say no, it's not that bad. And so the starting and the setting up was by the support of my friends, good friends. I think it became something that actually started on a good footnote that as well, or easier. Because like Successory, for example, actually has a lot of Dr. Silvo Gilas, my very close friend, even in NEMSA. Even the fear I had there until I got NEMSA, he raised it, but actually was one who actually did what we can call setting up retreat meetings to kickstart the organization. So you can see, I started learning while I was there, looking at it. So when I came out, the first area of mandatory requirements, setting up the office. In fact, where we are doing the interview today actually was my first office. so when I left, so you can understand. So it was that easy. But be that as it may, I think what entrepreneurs face, particularly in Nigeria, if I can tell you, is that it's a lot of uncertainty. In the sense that you have requirements put on the table for you. When you have garnered, you have arranged, you believe, oh, I need A, B, C, D. By the time you go into it, you find that
it's a different ball game.
Yeah, that A, B, C, D does not end in D. Probably going to end in Z. Where you have so many different activities that come in. Sometimes you don't understand. Because, for example, at the time I started and we were to get our first business or contract. Okay, let me start. We got employment. I needed at least an engineer with me because I can't do it alone. I then needed an admin officer. I need to pay them. But as you may, like I said, my friends came around me. Dr. Steve wasn't really far from me on that. And I think me and those 2 young chaps, one of them is left us now, the lady, I think we are all grateful to him. So, when somebody take off certain bills off you, in fact, we will think it's as easy. So, those areas. So, by the time we got our first job, that is when that things are just not as sweet as it is, in the sense that
that actually was going to lead me to my next questions, that in your early days as an entrepreneur, it's good to hear that you had the support of your friends, who were not just friends but they were professionals in their various fields, that helped you to like set up and be established. But in your early days, what were the challenges, or what were the toughest challenges you faced? Was it regulation? Was it funding? Was it building trust? Or what is it? What was the F to Z that you faced that was different from what you knew?
The F to Z is always that I always want to say they are multidimensional. Funding, in fact, funding and regulations are the bane of any entrepreneur. And I can tell you why. Funding is not easy to come by. And those who have actually gone into seeking, for example, support of the bank, pick loan, because, for example, I came out and I was doing a job, I didn't have money, and I needed a loan. And when I was told, then it was about 18-19%. Then I tried to calculate what is likely to be my profit, and then for how long will people support me, and so what do I then do? So it became a very shocking thing. But to me, I try not to pretend. I open up to my friends and say, no, please don't take that. That's one aspect. The second aspect is just that the regulations are not, they're not open. It's like somebody going to a river. You see the river very clean. Some river, you see, it's like you are saying
the river bank is quite shallow and close. You could see. But it's when you step in, you know that, it's very deep.
So you start going at a stage. I was asking myself, do I even drop it instead of facing all this? Because the reason is that I find the more you are going deeper, and the water will swallow you. So I said, okay, what do I do? So, and that was why till tomorrow, I remain to just do my business only as a consultant who use my intellectual property to deliver services, not to go into what I know, where a businessman has been given a job either by a company or by a government organization. You finish your job, you deliver your job, and then payments stay forever. And in most cases, when payments now come, all that happens to you is that the money is useless. And so I keep saying it to people. I noticed such things while I was in service, but I try at all costs to make sure I never allow such things to happen to people once I know about it. Because the point is this one is that you find out that what is the purpose of the money? A lot of entrepreneurs that some of them, while I was growing up, I knew lost their lives. Some, all their hard-earned development, investment, they lost them. Somebody uses money to borrow money, use as collateral, is finished the job. In fact, some of the electricity projects have been completed commission. You in use, the money is not being paid at the end of the day. So all those things were things I saw at a stage that I need to say, okay, I'm not going to do any construction where I'm going to go and spend that lot of money, and after spending, you are not paid. And then, so I do mostly consultancy services, training in power sector, and I do training too in the public civil service. That I know I've used my intellectual knowledge and property. Then when you pay, fine. But I've been lucky too, to be very fair. I've not been owed by any organization since I started. Some people say, okay, it's because they are your friends or probably they know you. It's not in all places. But I think I try to choose what I think I need to do.
Okay. Nigeria is dealing with a lot of economic issues. You have rising costs. For example, we have the fuel issue, electricity, raw materials, logistics. As an entrepreneur operating in this environment, how would you say one can stay afloat and still remain profitable?
Yeah, it's a very big question. And I think in this country, anybody who wants to go into any business, any entrepreneur, should first of all sit down first and do what I can call a proper feasibility study, where you look at all the ingredients that you need, all the inputs that you need, and what the actual result is likely to be. You can, as much as possible, try to see what will be your profit after all your expenditure and all you have ever done. When you've done that, and then you're able to put the cost of fuel, the cost of staff, the cost of machinery, those who are into production, the cost of traveling, the cost of, because even traveling too now is no longer something that you can think about. For example, I go to the airport on last week, Wednesday. Suddenly my ticket is changed, and as much as possible I need to buy a ticket. 40-minute ticket, 175,000 naira. And to me, those are kind of things. Sometimes you find your flight ticket is going to about, if I December or 350, so return ticket. So for me, for you to stay afloat, you need to choose your business well. The business must be something you understand. Then you need to choose professionals that you will use. And I can make it very clear and bold. Those who avoid paying professional consultants end up losing out in their businesses, because they will have been ill-advised by quacks. They will have been ill-advised by those who don't even understand even the business terrain. For example, somebody now want to build a power plant, or somebody will tell, don't worry, solar or renewable is what is ready now. And the person didn't look at what business you want to do, because somebody is going to go into production facility. You don't start that person by talking about renewable energy solar, because he needs big power, and big power can only come from the national grid. So if the person then listen, they build for you a solar system. No matter what definition they give to it, no matter anybody tells you about solar, whatever it is, it's not a power that any entrepreneur would depend on as primary source. Otherwise, he's going to fail, his business is going to collapse, because it has not been properly planned. Your solar can do your lighting, can do your small cooling, AC. But when you now come to even
production,
even your house, if you have solar that has not been properly sized, when you use your grinding, even women with blender,
it will run down.
It will go down, and because they are not well sized. So all I would just say is that any entrepreneur, any business person who really want to stay afloat must first of all put the cars on the ground, make sure he has done proper feasibility study. Then the person will do what I call detailed design of the business. Not just only engineering, you do detailed design. You do detailed design. These are my input, and these are my output. If somebody is going to take today, I'm told, bank interest is going to almost between 20 and 30%. So when you do that, what is the business you are going into, and how you come? So for you to stay afloat, you must be very sure of that business. Know your in and out, and then know what your profit is going to be. And when you start too, you don't start at the top. You start at the base, and you grow your business. So any challenge you find in phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, they become less into the subsequent phases, so you can do it. And that's one of the reasons why today in this country, a lot of even government businesses have failed, and they are failing because we never have any prototype, we never do trial and error, and then find what are the lessons that we've learned that can actually help us to correct what we now meet at the way.
Now, talking about what people, entrepreneurs, knowing their onions, what will be your advice to them? Like, if you have an entrepreneur that wants to start off on a business that they know, what will be the advice to them on what to cut, as in what they should focus on more? Like, what should they, like cutting cost? What do you think they need to like downsize for them to be able to start and then build up? Is it like cutting cost? Is it like starting small? What would be your advice?
You see, I like to be very practical. Even in our homes, cutting costs had to be, how do I call it? It's opportunity. I forgot.
Opportunity cost.
Whatever it is. You need to weigh what are the opportunities, because you can go and cut costs in area you shouldn't cut costs. So that's why I say you need a person who is a professional. When I say professional, not just people carry portfolio jackets and tell you your relations, your friends. Somebody who will look at your face and give you the true position of what you really need to do. Like I said, you cannot really want to say you are cutting costs. You've taken a loan at 30%. You get to my point?
Yes.
So your cutting cost now depends on what you want to do. You need power.
Yeah.
You need other energy like diesel.
Source, yeah.
Then you need other resources if you're into manufacturing, raw materials and what have you. So where are you going to cut
the cost?
So all that I can tell any person is this one is that genuinely start your business at a level of the resources that you have that you can then grow. Most businesses worldwide that I know have succeeded, many are businesses that didn't just start at the top. They started while you are growing. Then you can then perceive where are the areas of waste, where are the areas you can cut. What? Because if you take a loan, if you are not returning your money, are you getting my point?
The interest will be.
And I tell somebody to taking a loan that is a long time investment, you repay back, then you are in trouble. So you need to then be able to properly structure that your business in line with the terms and tenor of the loan. If somebody takes a loan and the business is going to be turned over as quickly as possible, then you are still maintaining, you are paying back, fine. But if it's an investment that you turn over will take a duration of time, it's like in power sector. When those guys came to pick most of the one government sold out,
yes,
they took them thinking that they were in telecommunication pedestrian, hoping that as soon as I start making my money. But it wasn't so. And so many of them got their hands burnt, not only really burnt, because many took even loan in hard currency. And so all this thing really is that for you to really go and do well and come out and be safe as an entrepreneur, yes, people say you take risk, but you should look at the risk you are taking. Measurable risk, and how you manage the risk if the turn of event is not as favorable as it is. So to me, it's just a matter of you being wise, being smart, and then look at what others have done before. So, and then look at the opportunity too, because there are some people who really want to do business entrepreneur. Oh, this man's in the petrol business, this man's in eatery, this man's in this one, and suddenly gone bomb into it. Yet that could be dangerous. Sometimes that's successful, but sometimes it's good to do a study. What are those needs that people are not exploring? That people's space are not there, which is a green area. That might be sometimes give you some little bit difficulty in breaking through. But it's an environment that you'll have become a champion before others enter. But when you enter a space that are people already in the space, then you're going to, you meet and face competition on set from the beginning, and you know that can be a little.